I don't know how this is happening.
Hi.
If you're new to this channel, my name is Jiale.
And I'm Ella.
We're two students completing the Bachelor of Health Sciences program at Queen's University.
And are proudly a part of the first on-campus cohort.
We make videos about our life at Queen's as BHSc students,
On academic, recreational tips, and other fun ideas we have.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like the content.
And like this video if you found it helpful.
Thanks!
Hi students, how are you? Good to have you here. Obviously, we're very excited that you're on campus with us, and this is very cool as the Bachelor of Sciences program continues to grow. We're obviously always interested in making sure that you guys are in the right environment and feeling good about your circumstances. And we're always wanting to hear from you to make us better, because our program is very much built on a student-centered view, and your feedback is that which we value the most. And so please look at this as an opportunity in this town hall to spend some time thinking about what is it I want to tell the people who are running the program, both the faculty and the staff who care a lot. And I'd love to hear that from you today. It's such an important time in your lives, and so we do want to make it very special for you.
Hi, Dr. Adams. I have a question. I know that this week is like our Mascot week. I was wondering if you have heard about that.
Yes, of course. Hi, Jiale. How are you doing? Good to see you again. So, obviously, Bell, let's talk. Bell took on this idea that they were going to be a very important player corporately in the whole mental health awareness and trying to make it that people felt that they were being supported, that the whole idea of mental health issues was destigmatized and that kind of stuff. And so, very important thing, and it's something that we very, very much take seriously inside the faculty and Queen's University, as well as other universities. It is such a key part of our increasing our understanding with regard to mental health, but absolutely very important.
For sure. I just want to check in with one of the faculty members, Adams the Elf.
What? Whoa. You're not supposed to talk about Adams the Elf. What? He's a secret.
He's a secret to our program, but we were just wondering how he's doing, because I know that we haven't seen him on Instagram for a while now. He's been quarantining, and I feel like it's really important to check in with everybody to see how they're doing.
Yeah, okay, so you've let the elf out of the bag a little bit, right? I get that. So you got some various players around, right? And they tend to dominate. So Adams the Elf is a special character, I'll be blunt, and he likes his own little way of doing things, and he likes it under his own terms. Now, that said, you got a few dragons around that have got their own way. There's another one over there too. They're sort of all over me right now. I can't really do much about them. So Adams the Elf is hiding. But you know what? I'm pretty sure if the dragons went away, and I'm going to have to spend a bunch of time getting the dragons to go away, because they sort of like being on camera most of the time. But Adams the Elf is ready to go again. I'm sure he would love to talk to us.
Okay, sounds good. If it's possible, then I'll interview the elf directly.
That sounds like a great idea. And again, make sure there's no dragons around, because although Adams the Elf has ridden a dragon before, he doesn't really like it. He's probably a little more comfortable doing his own thing, swinging on his own, gymnastics devices and that, but not on the dragon so much.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Yes.
Hey, hi everyone. So today is the day that I will be having an interview with Adams the Elf. I'm so excited.
Hi. Adams unfortunately can't be here today because he's in quarantine right now, but he's doing great. But I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have had for him, and I'm kind of act as his guardian within the Bachelor of Health Sciences, so I can tell you all about his life and his backstory.
So you said that Adams is in quarantine right now. Is he in Botterill?
Yeah, so he's in quarantine in Botterill in the BHSc office right now. He's been there, unfortunately, since March 2020, but he's staying safe. He's staying home so that he can help keep everyone else safe. Not to turn your interview into a promo for safety, but we're definitely trying to make sure that all of our team, including him, is doing the right thing.
That's good. Thank you. So you said that you can tell me about all the backstories of Adams. I'm interested to hear what you got to say about that.
So Adams was officially born into the Bachelor of Health Sciences program in December 2018, I believe. And there was a group of 3 of us kind of working on social media at the time. So we were brainstorming ways that we could kind of make December fun on social media, but also useful for students because exams were going on, it's stressful. We wanted to be able to highlight different resources within the program and within Queens, but again, also make it kind of fun and help people look forward to finishing their exams. I talked about a couple different ideas. There was the idea of like an advent calendar kind of countdown. The 12 days of BHSc was another one that we talked about, but ultimately ended up deciding to go with Elf on the Shelf. And so we picked up Adams and named him after Dr. Adams, brainstormed a bunch of ideas for things that he could do and places that he could showcase around campus. And some of them come up organically. I know there's one of him in the library. They've built a Christmas tree basically out of books in the library, and so we made him climb it, and that was just, they happened to have that set up in the library when we went in to come up with ideas in there. So that's kind of one that was more, this is here, let's use it. But we also wanted to showcase academic advising and have him drop in to see one of our academic advisors and things like that as well, and really just get our whole program office on board, and everyone really embraced it. He's hung out with Dr. Ward, Dr. Adams, Dr. Philbrook, Elena, many others as well, so it's definitely been a huge team effort, and it's been great that everyone in the office is kind of on board with the fun aspect of it as well. So we've just kind of continued, it did well that year, so people seem to enjoy it. So we kind of continued it moving forward. We did a whole another series in 2019 during December. And we've also had him pop up for other holidays as well, which is kind of fun. So Valentine's Day, Canada Day, Halloween, things like that as well. We've had the opportunity to do that too. So that's been kind of great to be able to keep that going. And it was too bad that we couldn't have him go on some new adventures this year. I know he's very disappointed that December 2020 he wasn't able to go out on new adventures, but hopefully 2021.
And that sounds very interesting, and it's good to hear that it's like, I never thought that it would be a collaborative and really spontaneous thing happening. I thought it'd be like everything would be like planned out, like this day I'm gonna take this shot of Adams doing this, and it really is making me feel happy that all the faculty members are super pumped to have Adams like being a part of their like life.
Yeah, it's funny because we have brainstormed ideas as well. So usually like each December we use Pinterest a lot to kind of find fun ideas for Elf on the Shelf, but then kind of tailor those to who's around, what kind of resources we have. We might pick up some props as well, but definitely keeping the options open as well if we see things that are like, oh, this would be really great to do. I will say as well, Adam's adventures tend to be over a couple of days, so we usually go out and spend a couple of hours just getting as many different shots as possible. So it's not him actually going out each day and just taking a new picture. Unfortunately, hopefully that doesn't ruin the magic of how he works. It's more of like a half-day adventure, which is kind of fun for all of us. And yeah, like you said, having the faculty excited about and involved is amazing, because I don't think it would be as fun if we're not seeing those people in it as well. And I know Dr. Adams, so the first year that we had him, it was the next February, so February 2019. And we came into a meeting with him the one day, and he just kind of handed us this plush stuffed heart. It's kind of cartoony, and he just handed us, and we were sitting there asking, well, what's this for? Why are you giving us this? And he just said, oh, I thought you could use it for the elf for Valentine's Day. So there's definitely buy-in from everyone. People are excited. People bring their own ideas. They're like, oh, I thought of this idea that you could do with the elf, or have you thought about doing this? So that's really fun as well.
So right now, you mentioned that in the beginning there was 3 people who were responsible for this project, and right now it's only you. Do you feel like there's challenges that come within that?
It's harder to come up with ideas, I think. I should say, because we couldn't do anything this past December, this would have been the first December that I would have been fully trying to come up with those ideas essentially on my own. There's people in the office that also come up with ideas, but it would have been me kind of like planning everything out and actually going and getting all the pictures and everything. So didn't really have a chance. I was kind of grateful for that in a way, because I think the collaborative element of it was almost in a way what kind of made it fun. So it's definitely different when you don't have someone to kind of bounce ideas off of. So it's nice to have that second or third person, a set of eyes and separate ideas, because we don't all necessarily have the same ideas for what might be the best. And so we would take 4 different ideas in one go and then just choose which one we all liked the best after that. Sometimes just the actual process of getting the photos is a bit more challenging with only one person, because I mean, unfortunately, Adam sometimes requires some assistance to stand upright or sit properly. So it's nice to have a second set of hands to kind of set the shot up. The zip lining, you really need like 3 people to get those videos or shots because of just angles. So things I think will be a challenge in the future, but there's so many people that kind of like the idea. Students apparently love it, which is great because that's kind of the whole purpose. So even if in the future, maybe that'll mean, I don't know what it'll mean, but it might mean recruiting people from our program office to come just help out for an hour, or maybe it'll be asking students for their ideas and stuff like that as well, which I think would be great. It'd be interesting to see what everyone actually wanted to see him doing and kind of building different adventures from that.
For sure. So you briefly mentioned about you're happy to hear that like all the students and our cohort are like super excited about this idea. So how is like the student aspect playing into Adam's adventure in the beginning?
Because we did it in 2018, we actually didn't have an on-campus cohort of students at all. So it was all for the online students at the time, and for people, I guess, who had applied at that point, because I believe that was the first time applications were open for on-campus. So it was kind of interesting. We didn't really know how people would respond to it in a way. Was it going to be, oh, this is silly, we don't care about it? And we didn't really know what to expect. I mean, we keep an eye on how social media posts do in performance, but in a way we were so excited about it that we just hoped that other people would be excited about it as well. And so we actually built a contest into it the first year, I believe. Yeah, so it was keep up with all of his adventures, and then stay tuned at the end of exams. There'll be a trivia question almost about where he's located, and from all the people that get the answer right, we'll then do a random draw for a prize. So that's what we did, and I think the answer was the Isabel Bader Performing Arts Center, so we had him out there. So we were a little worried about that too, because again, with the online cohort, a large chunk of them haven't been to campus. Would they actually be able to identify a building or a location? But we had a big chunk of people that answered. We tried to give hints along the way as well. We got a really great response from them. And so that's kind of what encouraged us to keep doing it. And so if people weren't looking at the pictures or liking them or engaging with the content, or if we were getting people saying, this is dumb, we probably wouldn't have kept doing it in the future. It's time consuming, right? But everyone seemed to embrace it. We decided to do a few during the year, and that seemed to go well. And then when the on-campus cohort came in as well, we seemed to get really great responses.
So where do you see the future of Adam Self in like the next few years?
Yeah, it's a great question. He'll definitely still be coming out. Keep going with like exam periods especially. I think that's kind of when everyone kind of needs a bit of lighthearted fun. I think it'd be fun to see in the future him actually getting to kind of interact with students a little bit, whether that's pictures with students or having a couple of students each year kind of help out with brainstorming new adventures for him based on their own student perspective, because obviously I don't have that student perspective necessarily anymore. So things that you don't care about what's happening in that building, but then maybe you come back and be like, oh, we all love this building, there's this really cool thing in there, would be awesome to actually kind of have that brainstorming element and kind of have that assistance, and then kind of make it almost a program mascot in a way, just like an internal program mascot, because obviously like when you're promoting the program externally, like that's probably, Adams might not be the mascot that we necessarily want to have promoting it. I mean, I hope there's other reasons you're going to remember the program, but if Adams is kind of something that, you know, in 10 years or 25 years, you're all coming back for a reunion, you'd be like, remember the elf? I think that's pretty cool.
Like, I feel like we've done so good the past 1 year or a few months. If we just keep doing the right things, I think definitely soon everyone will be back on campus.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for talking to me today. I think we will end the meeting here.
Okay.
A big thanks to all the friends, family, and professors for supporting me and Ella in creating this channel. We couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support, and thank those of you for watching. Bye!